expected them to come out hitting, try to rough up the Flames. Here it is, Gary, in the corner. Let's see how it happens.
Of course, you see Sittler taking a punch, and he's going to get the 2-minute penalty.
Goes into the corner. Ian Turnbull around on the board. It's kept in there by Phil Russell. The puck comes loose. Lalonde is knocked over by Sittler. And the puck goes out over the blue line. Here to Boreas Selming. Selming sits along the board. Goes out over the blue line. The horn goes, and the first period is over. Bit of a melee down at the far end.
Right at the end of the period, Bill, and you can see Matt Pavlich, the veteran linesman, officiated in more playoff games than anybody else. And Randy Mitten, his partner, is in his first playoff game. Mitten from Calgary, his family watching out there tonight. Pavlich from the Sioux, the hometown of Ivan Bolderev. So they're still milling around there in the face-off circle. You see Willie Plepp. Tiger wants a word or two with somebody.
Well, Tiger is ready to go, but I think he has to restrain himself, keep it cool, because the last thing he wants to do is, get thrown out of the game right now.
And his son Benji up waiting for his feature, Tiger Williams' feature coming up during the intermission. Hold on, Benji. And Clancy, the daughter, and Brenda, Mrs. Williams. Tiger has some unfinished business here before we look at him on film.
Well, I think, Gary and Brian, that cooler heads are still going to prevail, I believe.
There's a special air of excitement every playoff year. And how do you feel about it, Gary? This is your first.
I've been excited all day, and I feel the same way up here in the broadcast booth as I did down in when I played for the Flyers. Even the day of a game, you can't eat anything. Your stomach is turning, and in the dressing room, you're walking around. You're dressed an hour before you're ready to go out on the ice, and you're thinking about who you have to play against. It's just an exciting time of the year, and this is what it's all about.
Well, keep your elbows down. That's all we ask up here. Scoreless first period is over, but there's still a lot of conversation going on down there in that face-off circle. Players from both teams out there. Again, we'll remind you, we'll keep you posted by way of the goal scoring in Philadelphia tonight, where the Vancouver Canucks are meeting the Philadelphia Flyers.
Going over the line with Ron Ellis, who hit to the try. That would stop. And hit by Phil Russell. Puck still in there. Goes to Boutet. Back Boutet and Russell. Something together. Now then Ellis tries to center it. Ellis has the puck. Got it across the goal mouth. Jimmy Jones. Henry had Boutet and Russell both with their sticks up high.
Oh, you could tell this is coming. They've been going at each other with the sticks and the elbows. Now Russell is pummeling Boutet on the head. But you could smell this one coming, Gary. They had a good 30 seconds or so where they just bumped and bruised each other until the gloves went down.
Brian, they had a good battle behind the net, in front of the net, beside the net, throwing their weight around. And kind of a mismatch there, but the linesmen get in between them. You just don't like to see when the players start swinging their sticks.
Play is called.
That'll be Quenville. Another penalty. And again, we have a mix-up in the corner of the arena. McKechnie went down 2-on-1 with Ellis, and you very seldom see McKechnie make a bad pass.
And Turnbull tried to keep it in. Bolderev gets it out. Sittler gave him a shot. And Darryl Sittler sends Tiger Williams. Over on the wing to Reg Kia. His shot knocked down by Hutchinson. Out to Darryl Sittler. Ryan McDonald is standing there with. And they're starting to put it ahead of each other.
They're into it now. Sittler, Hutchison. Oh, the glove went flying in the air, and they're all into it. Oh, the electricity is really something in here now. There's with his jersey off. Punches are flying in all directions here at the Omni in Atlanta. Sittler lands a good right. Gloves and sticks all over the ice. Everybody standing here at the Omni. Shand and Tiger Williams now in front of the Leaf bench.
They're now throwing. Good left. Well, anytime you get a lot of body checks being thrown out there, Brian, it's, sooner or later you're going to have a fight or two, and it's exactly what happened. Flames have that extra man on the ice, but they do.
This crowd has been in an uproar since Pronovo got the first Atlanta goal to make it a 2-1 game. Now Hutchison wants to get in. Little Bobby Lalonde gets in there. Number 6 of the Flames. Houston is involved. Hutchison still throwing punches. They can't bring him down. There are 2 or 3 of them. Palmateer is furious, banging his stick on the ice. Now the Leafs come off. Turnbull comes out to help, and he starts punching. We could have something get out of hand here.
The Atlanta Flames had the extra man on the ice. I don't know where he came from, but Turnbull jumped on the ice.
You weren't the only one to spot that. Palmateer was really getting frustrated. You could sense that he wanted to get involved. He was banging his goal stick on the ice. He noticed the discrepancy in numbers. And Turnbull finally came off the bench and got into it. Turnbull has his opponent pinned now right on the blue line as Shand and Williams are still ready for another round. Randy Mitten. Now this some game for his first playoff game. Randy Mitten from Calgary.
You know, Houston and Rhoda were both taking shots at Hutchinson, and then that's when Turnbull jumped on the ice. Well, we might have a few ejections after this, Brian.
A lot of underwear showing out there on the Flames part. Williams divorced from Shand. Now Houston has challenged Williams, and here comes Platt. He'd like a piece of Williams. So the Leafs move in, and they square off once again. You'd think they'd be too tired to carry on anymore. The captain says, I'm going to get a drink here.
Just wondering, Gary, with 51 seconds remaining, whether the referee might play in the next period.
Oh, Burroughs is into it now. Look at those punches.
You know, you have no idea how that takes the strength out of you for the remainder of the game. You know, you're just whipped, so you can appreciate how well conditioned those boxers are.
That was Shand and Burroughs. Shand had quite a wrestling match and a punch-up with Williams, and he must have a lot of energy because he decided to throw some punches in with Burroughs. Just 51 seconds, as you mentioned, Gary, to play in this second period. They are tired. Now it's up to Bruce Hood to sort out the penalty minutes and we'll find out what happened to Turnbull.
You know, it might be a good idea right now just to send both teams to the dressing room and add on the 51 seconds to the next period. You know.
Well, I agree with that. That might be a good idea. wonder why they don't hurt themselves more in these fights. There aren't more broken bones in the hand. Look at Tiger.
Well, here we go.
Cliff Fletcher told me before the game, if the Leafs want to get physical, we'll stand right up to them, because I'm not concerned about us being intimidated.
Well, I think, you know, intimidation has played such a big part in professional hockey. But I think once you get in the National Hockey League, it's very difficult to intimidate the majority of the players, you know, or you wouldn't be in here. It's a tough league, so you're not going to run anybody out of the ice, out of the building. I think some players are just a little more aggressive than others. Well, they locked Tiger outside the ice surface.
Not for long. There's the time remaining, 51 seconds, and as Gary's mentioned, there's a possibility we may play it in the next period, and that's exactly what's going to happen. The teams are going to leave the ice. Back to Spinar, here comes the shot, and that was wide of the net. Right out in front again, and there's going to be a penalty here. Play is called in Atlanta. The Leaf player was knocked down, and Palmatier is down.
Atlanta penalty, number 20, Bob Murdoch.
It'll be a shot from the point.
Murdoch, credit score 19.
There it is. Right there.
Yeah, and then the penalty to Murdoch.
On the face-off, Maloney clears the puck, but not out. 10 seconds. The puck right in front. That was shot wide. Bill Clement back to the net. 6 seconds. They bang at it again. McKechnie's got it. Shoots it down the ice, and there goes the horn. The game is over, and the Maple Leafs have defeated Atlanta 2-1, but 2 Atlanta players have been hurt.
The Leafs are jubilant. There's Pronovo, I believe it is, down on the ice. He scored the lone Atlanta goal. Quite a collision in front of Palmatier as the Flames pressed with the last seconds ticking away. Palmatier and Salming just ecstatic after the final buzzer sounded. They hugged and embraced each other, but the Flames very disconsolate now and also concerned. Look at Palmatier. Is there a tear in his eye? The way he's played tonight and the fatigue, it wouldn't surprise me at all. And now some concern over the injured Atlanta player who's down there.
It looked like he received a high stick there, you know, in the face-off circle, and we just hope that it's nothing serious.